welcome to 91.9 Friends FM. Neelu Matt, good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to 91.9 Friends FM. Welcome to Good Morning Friends. And obviously, we are going through a tough time. We are going through trying times, and we are finding it difficult to maintain a positive outlook in life. Okay, maybe some of us, or maybe most of us, I don't know. I won't get into the statistics of it, but we would obviously like to listen from you, as you are the expert. You are an NLP trainer. That what are the ways that we can apply in our daily lives to stay positive?
Right. First of all, thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be back on 91.9 Friends FM. And to all the listeners, a very good morning. Srijan, like you rightly said, I'm also an NLP practitioner. We all know that, staying positive is the only way out. And a couple of practices that I do, there are no quick fix to building positivity. We look at motivational videos, we, look at daily quotes. However, what I really believe is positivity comes from the fact when you look at your life and the way you've lived your life. So one way that I build positivity is by practicing gratitude, being grateful for whatever I have accomplished so far. And the second way due to which I practice positivity is by recalling a past accomplishment, something that gave me success in the past. The moment I recall that gives me enough push to go ahead in the present. So these are two quick tips that I practice.
So how do we be grateful, keeping ourselves in this current situation? Like most of us, we won't really find anything to be grateful about right now, at least the kind of situation we are in.
Right. Okay. So, Srijan, this is what happens, because when we think about this fact of being grateful, we always look at big things in our life. What we forget about is small things in our life that we are grateful about. Talking about health, talking about being able to live in our household, small little things that is happening. So let's say your family is fine, you are fine. Yes, maybe there's crisis going on in the world, but a lot of it is created in our own head, in our own mind. In fact, a research says that we experience about 50,000 thoughts per day. And these thoughts mostly are repetition. So, it's really in our own mind how we go ahead and filter those thoughts out. So one way to really stay positive, like you said in this COVID scenario, how do we practice gratitude? That is by really categorizing your thoughts into two things. One is the fact, another is the feeling. Right? So what am I currently experiencing? Is it really true, or is it created because of the media, because of the hype, because of the forward messages? Is it a fact or is it a feeling? I guess if we can differentiate between the two, we'll be able to stay positive, because most of it is something which is created by our own self instead of it existing.
So, madam, our mind is pretty impressionable. Okay, it get influenced by other people, and people who are kind of manipulative. They try to manipulate us, and many of us into doing certain things which is at their interest, but not really ours. And there are other sections of media and films and this and that, and not getting into the details of it, but the mind it gets influenced, especially talking about fragile minds or maybe young minds, all right, who doesn't really have say a defense mechanism yet to defend itself from outside influences. So how do we, whenever we can differentiate that this is merely a feeling, or this is merely I just got influenced because of all those things, and that is why I'm thinking like that. It's not a fact. So how do we get out of that particular negative feeling which has been created by some outside source?
Okay, brilliant. So there is an ABC that I follow and might just help people. So the first thing is, like you just said, being aware. So that's awareness. Once you're aware, you realize, okay, if it's a fact or a feeling, I'm probably getting influenced. It does not really exist. The second thing is try to balance it out. Let's say when you're looking at certain things, Facebook had really taken up a lot of my time. And I realized there was just so many people posting so many things. So what I realized was I was not able to balance because I was getting influenced with it. So what I did was I exercised the C, which is control. So for some time, I logged out of that media. I would say whether getting influenced or not getting influenced is a choice. There are so many people who try to influence us in the whole day, but we don't get influenced by everybody. We only get influenced when we really want to, and that's how I look at it. Exercising our choice is extremely important. And for the ones that you said, there are fragile minds and there are people who may not be able to decide for themselves. I think that's where the support of loved ones comes in. That's where constant conversation has to happen. And any behavioral trigger, maybe we see somebody behaving differently or maybe feeling affected, as a loved one, we should be there for them to have a conversation with them. Because a lot of times, with conversations, things really get sorted.
So how important this particular term conversation is, because nowadays we don't really actually communicate with other people, with our loved ones. We kind of think that we are busy, and we like to think that we are busy, and we don't really prioritize a we time, kind of family time, or eating together, sitting in one table and communicating with our loved ones. It is important to communicate, but how do we, understand, or how would you make everyone understand that it's extremely important to communicate with your own people, with your loved ones?
Right. I think this COVID, Sriram, we were just talking about what to be grateful about. I guess COVID has brought in this one thing in people's life, that is, it has brought families together. Because now we literally had nothing to do prior to offices opening up. We all were living together, staying together. I guess one way to really inspire communication between the loved ones is probably the larger picture, the larger goal, which is the family itself. So there are relationships that we have with each other. The moment we prioritize that, there are a lot of moments when I'm working and, there have been calls, there are a lot of things happening. However, when I know there's lunchtime or dinner time and I see my family members sitting there, it's a conscious effort that, okay, let's go and spend some time with each other. So I guess it has to come in internally, and probably the head of the institution or somebody who's influential in the family has to drive it. So one internal and another an external push is also required.
All right. We had a great discussion so far. I guess our audience, our listener, our friend who are listening or who are watching us on Facebook Live, they would take something back from this discussion. But before we just let you go, you are a busy person, quite obviously. Before we just let you go, we would like to ask you one last question. That
Sure.
What would be your message to the audience, to your maybe students, your clients, or our friends, our listeners, and whoever will be watching us on Facebook Live or listening to us or on air right now? What would you say? What kind of attitude should we have for the rest of our lives?
Absolutely. So the attitude that we should definitely have is positive attitude. And remember, it comes with the beliefs that we have. What do we really believe on internally? And one little quote that I would like to leave everybody with is, who's that one person that you live with and you will die with? The rest of them keep coming in and out. That one person is you. So let's do justice to ourselves. Let's start by having some self-love. Let's start prioritizing ourselves. When we start respecting ourselves, we'll start respecting people in our life. So that's the last thing from my end, Srijan.
Thank you so very much for being with us. And that's the most important thing, that the person whom we live and die with is our own selves. We often keep on finding that person outside. But that's what we need to understand, I guess. That's what we need to internalize, this particular knowledge, or maybe this particular realization, that we ourselves are that particular person who's going to stand by our side, who's going to help us individually to get out of any kind of negative situation that we are in. Thank you so much for being with us. We had a great discussion. Hope you have a great day, and hope you have a safe day.
Thank you so much. And to all the listeners, thanks a lot. Take care and stay blessed, stay positive.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.